name's Maria Allwine.
Now, where are we today, Maria?
We are in Freedom Plaza, and we are getting ourselves some real freedom.
And what's the point of this movement?
This is a movement. We started working on this core group of activists from Baltimore, New York, D.C., probably about April of this past year, and we have been organizing an occupation of D.C. for all that time. And you know, the Wall Street occupation, which happened about 3-4 weeks ago, was the perfect catalyst to really start this across the country. This is what we want to see. And here in D.C., there were several thousand of us here yesterday. Many rested quite well here last night. Yeah, last night, yes. We don't say people were here doing anything but resting, and so they rested overnight. We are back here again today. There was already an action on the drones this morning that you covered. Yep, and there's a march to the Martin Luther King Memorial, which reminds me I have to go back to the info tent and tell them about that. And there is a tar sands. We are in solidarity with the tar sands folks at noon. There's a lot going on here. We have workshops. We had our first General Assembly last night where we, there were a few thousand people all making decisions together on some certain housekeeping issues, certain things. And as we go forward, we're going to be talking about our 15 core issues on the website, breaking into committees.
And what's the web? Is it the October 2011?
It is. Our website is october2011.org. You can see pictures, live streaming what's going on, and actually our Facebook page was updated before the website. So our Facebook page has Stop the Machine, Create a New World, has really great information on it. But so we're going to be here, and this is Friday. We are permitted through Sunday, and of course this will just continue as it will. But it's an occupation to democratize our institutions, to force our government to be responsive to the people, not the corporations that are paying for their elections. We have had enough. We're not slaves. We're tired of corporate power determining everything in our society, determining our lives, determining our human interactions. Everything's based on money and corporate power, and we say we're not having that anymore. We're done. And you know, how many times have you interviewed me, Bill, over the years? How many demonstrations have we all gone to? Even more than I have. And you know, we've just had enough. And people need to join us. People need to really get as enthusiastic about what's going on in their government, what's going on in politics, and what's going on in our civil society, fast becoming an uncivil society. They need to get as passionate about that as they are about sports and other things in their lives, because ultimately, if we don't have the kind of society we want to live in, we're not going to have any society at all.
So in other words, if they don't do anything, they're going to get more of the same.
Yes.
More
wars.
More enemies.
More enemies.
Drones.
Yes. I mean, since when? Well, here's and connected to the drones, because obviously we murdered this man with a drone. But the targeted killing of an American citizen, it's an extrajudicial murder. There should have been people rioting in the streets. That man was an American citizen, and supposedly all the people that are just in love with American exceptionalism, that feel that all American lives are much more precious than the lives of others in the world, I would think they would have been out in the streets. Okay, this man's an American citizen, no trial, no charge, no nothing. We don't like him.
It's a hit job.
It's a hit job. Yeah, I tell you, I said to my husband the other day, I said, God, they make the mafia look like a bunch of pikers, a bunch of amateurs. I mean, our government can kill with impunity like nobody's business, and that doesn't have people upset. I mean, those of us who were opposed to the Iraq and Afghanistan invasions, all the other things that this country has done to make people around the world hate us, their lives are as precious as ours, and the killing continues. And it's the corporatism that feeds the militarism that feeds the corporatism. All these things are interrelated. And until we take all of this away from the 1% who are controlling all of this and give the power, and the 99%, we already have the power. We need to take the power back and use it. We need to use our power to create the society we want to live in and to have the kind of government we want to have.
I remember Ralph Nader saying, we are the majority.
We are.
You just got to start acting like
We always have been, but we have been, most people, I think, in this country, certainly from my years of observation and doing various things, people are very demoralized, feel that they can't do anything, and of course that creates apathy. People think that if I can't do anything, then I'm not going to do anything. But you know what? You can. If 99% of the people in this country that feel this way, that are disenfranchised, that have been cut out of government representation, they've been cut out of everything, if they actually got together and said, we're not having this anymore, we'd be having a completely different conversation. So this is what this occupation of Freedom Plaza is to inspire. We want people to get out and revolt against what is happening to them and what's happening to our country. We want people to get out and say, no, this is not how it's going to be. I'm not a serf, I'm not a slave to corporate power, I'm not a slave to the place I work. And certainly, if I vote for somebody and that person doesn't represent me, we're not having that anymore. And it's the system that has to be either dismantled, reformed, but it has got to be democratized and made to work for us. It doesn't matter who's in power, Democrats, Republicans, just doesn't matter. It's all the same. And they are all the same. Don't kid yourself that the Democrats are different. Huh?
The Dims and the Repugs.
You got it. The Dims and the Repugs. That's exactly right. And you know, our salvation lies within ourselves, not within a party, not within a leader. It lies within the power that we already have, that we need to use and exercise for our own good.
Thanks so much.
Sure.